good morning.
Grand Canyon, let's go!
Are you filming this for your vlog?
Yes. Wow. First night in the tent.
So my family and I went on a trip to the Grand Canyon. Mostly it was a success, but some things didn't quite go according to plan. But let's take this vlog one step at a time.
We're starting our first hike.
On the first day, we started with a hike a few miles into the canyon down the Kaibab Trail on the south rim. It was a wonderful, scenic, casual hike in and out of the canyon in just a few hours.
It was beautiful. It's really something that doesn't come through on camera just because of the scale.
My favorite part of today was when we saw the mules. I really liked the mules. They were beautiful, and now I have plans to ride the mules on Friday, which I'm really excited about.
My favorite part about the hike was that I found a very nice looking lizard. He was climbing around in a little bush doing push-ups, so that's pretty cool.
After our Kaibab hike, we took a short walk on the Trail of Time and milled around some gift shops. We didn't buy anything, that's not what gift shops are for. There was an elk outside the gift shop. There are a lot of elk in Grand Canyon National Park.
Carl and I had ice cream.
The ice cream was nice too.
I think we can all agree that day one was a good warm-up for the trip.
Good morning. I slept like shit. I slept like shit last night because I kept on getting woken up by like my mouth being full of saliva and tasting really bad and being a little bit nauseous, and then I would have to open up my tent and spit out of my tent.
It's one of my favorite caterpillars I have ever seen.
Today we went on another hike.
Today was a longer hike.
The hike was long.
That hike was long.
Yes, it was.
Longer than yesterday. My hips hurt.
The hike was beautiful. I mean, I'll be playing footage.
We walked under some arches.
It was a gorgeous day.
Your throat sounds horrible. Yeah, that's really the only actual thing we did today. Other than that, we just hung out.
Cheers.
Modelo
And
Negro in the Grand
cheers.
Canyon.
I didn't get to choose you.
We played a lot of 21 questions.
Conrad and I probably played about 20 games with 21
At
questions.
least.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we ran into Sam and Ben Green. No, Matt and Ben Green. Sam.
Shout out Sam and Ben.
Matt and Ben Green.
It's good.
After our hike, we just kind of hung out at the campsite. You can tell how tired I am.
I feel fine.
That's great.
Bye, Cornel.
Have fun riding mules.
The morning of day 3, we sent Pearl off on a mule ride. A fun, innocent way to spend her day. To pass the time, my mom, Ryland, and I decided to take a leisurely stroll. That's when a friendly elk came right up to us. It looked nice enough. Despite all the warnings to keep our distance from the wildlife, we got close. That's when it attacked. First it went for me. Expertly, I maneuvered out of the way. Realizing I was far too quick for it, it decided my mother would be an easier target. She managed to stop it with verbal commands. By watching the very end of Ryland's recording and my very shaky filmed video, you can see that after my mom shows the elk her back, it decides to charge her one more time. Still, she avoided the attack. Nice job, Mom.
Oh my god!
That's when Ryland finally stepped up. The only way to make sure this elk left us alone was to assert his dominance by making himself as large as possible and standing his ground. Well, kind of standing his ground.
Ronnie, get the fuck out! Oh my god!
But that was the end of the elk encounter. Obviously, we were being very dumb getting that close to an elk, and we have learned our lesson. We will not do that again. It wasn't long before I spotted more cool wildlife.
I forget what that bird's called. I'll look it up later. A condor. I just remembered.
Well, Ryland, Pearl, and my mom went to see a movie that afternoon. I made a return to the Kaibab to hike further than we did on day one, all the way down to Skeleton Point. I made it down in about 45 minutes. I was running a good pace, only stopping about once. And on the trail, I had some very profound revelations, so I'll let myself do the talking.
Hiking out here alone is completely different from hiking with my family because I don't have to wait for anyone. I just ran like all the way down here. And I've got a long way back up. I still got some way to go down. I don't actually know where Skeleton Point is. And I've been listening to music. I just turned the music off because I'm kind of tired and I don't want to run anymore. I'm struck by the actual natural beauty of this place now. Walking on this ridge here, I have a very good view of a lot of the canyon. It's whatever, I guess. This is a cool life moment for me right now, walking through this path. I'm almost to Skeleton Point. But when you turn on a computer and you see the screensaver and it's so ideal and pristine, probably some exotic location that you'll never go to. You don't even know where it is most of the time. But right now, I'm looking out and I'm feeling what it's like to be inside of the feeling of being on the screensaver. A little dehydrated, I guess. I think when I'm older, I'll come back and spend a lot more time here because this thing is just absolutely insane. And I don't think I've been here long enough or been able to just sit and look at it and think long enough that I really feel like I've been here. In a couple days, I'll get on a plane, I'll go back to my house, and this will very quickly become a distant memory. This is the best view I have seen yet. Holy shit, I'm gonna have to sit here for a while. I just walked like probably 30 feet from where I was just eating lunch. Oh my god, and there's the river down there. The Colorado River, right? One thing I'd like to say, no matter the human aspect of what is going on in any geographical location, politics, social lives, culture, there is natural beauty everywhere, all over the world. And I don't think we look at it enough. We sit around our houses or we drive around our towns and we just get wrapped up in a bunch of shit that does not matter at all. And we waste lives. We waste our entire lives. I'm doing that. Not right now. This is great, but what am I gonna be doing in a week? I'm gonna be sitting there going on the computer.
The things I was saying might seem obvious now, but at the time, I felt it. A week later, I am on my computer in my house editing this video. So all I'm trying to say is don't take your life for granted. On the hike back up, I saw some goats.
Whoa, he's jumping down. I hope he doesn't jump.
And I returned to the campsite, exhausted, ready to go to sleep. So that is what I did. And the next day, we packed our things, took a small hike, and went home. Thanks for watching.